Now at 6, multiple scenarios presented by Columbus City Schools on what buildings to close are leaving many tonight with questions like, why are the closures necessary if you follow the money trail? Thanks for joining us for 10 TV News at 6. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. It is a story we've been following for months now. We have live team coverage for you tonight to help get the answers you've been asking 10 TV. 10 TV's Kevin Landers is tracking your money.
But before we get to that answer, let's take you to one of the schools that may be facing a closure. 10 TV's Terry Jabor joining us live from Duxbury Elementary, where parents say the school is a hidden gem. And Tara, they don't want to see it closed.
Andrew, absolutely, that's right. This school sits in a quiet neighborhood, and the people we spoke to say they really don't want it to close. They say that it's a gem and a great place and a positive place for this neighborhood. Now, earlier today, we spoke to Stephen Washington, who has a godson at Duxbury Elementary School. He says they chose the school because it's one of the few arts-focused schools in the district, and that is something important to his kid. Now, Washington says the school is very interactive and focuses on creative expression. He told us he's shocked the district is considering closing the school, and he doesn't want his kids to have to start over in a new elementary school when he's already thriving in his current environment.
To think about doing that again, he's just started making friends, really becoming acclimated to the system here. A change again in such a short period of time, there could be some learning loss and just his whole emotional, everything's about social emotional health.
Now, nothing is final with these possible CCS closures. The district is holding community engagement sessions in May, and then in June, that task force will present its final recommendations to the board. But for now, reporting live in Columbus, Tara Jabor, 10 TV News.
All right, thank you, Tara. Now, the proposed school closings come after Columbus voters passed a $100 million levy in November. Many of you emailed us asking to explain what exactly the city is using the money for. 10 TV reporter Kevin Landers is live outside Columbus School Board headquarters with the answers. Kevin?
Well, good evening. This is what they call a statement of fact about what would happen if issue 11 passed in November, which it did. As you can see, it shows $60 million it would spend on renovations. What you won't find on this fact sheet is the possible closure of 20 schools. Columbus City Schools says the passage of the $100 million levy in November was not contingent on closing schools. And the district says closing and consolidation of school buildings was actually discussed as far back as September. Now we know the number of school closings could be as high as 20.
Yeah, I was shocked by the number of schools on the list for closing. Take a deep breath.
The district says the school closings are based in part on utilization. Some schools are below capacity, others are above. It stands to reason that using taxpayer dollars to keep underutilized schools open and the expense to maintain them doesn't make financial sense.
We want our parents, community members, and stakeholders to provide us with feedback because these are not the final recommendations.
Closing schools and moving students will certainly cause stresses for families. It will also create another problem that the school district has not addressed. Under Ohio's right of first refusal law, charter schools get the first dibs on closed schools. It happened in 2015 when the district closed Mayberry Elementary, in its place a charter school at the same address. The Columbus Education Justice Coalition raised concerns about that Tuesday night.
Under absolutely no circumstances selling the buildings and the school buildings to charter schools and for-profit developers.
The district faces another issue by closing schools: funding. Because enrollment is tied to state dollars, if parents decide to enroll their children in charter or private schools, should their neighborhood schools close, that pulls dollars out of the district. Opponents say instead of closing schools,
commit to growth and recruiting families to the district.
Opponents of the school closing plan are calling for a pause until more community voices are heard. Now, closing schools are not new for the district. In 2014, the district closed 5 schools. That's 3 elementary schools and a middle school and a high school. Reporting live downtown, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.